I wonder, as a former Foreign Secretary yourself, you will have, I'm no doubt, if you didn't watch it, you'll have picked up on the detail of Nazanin Zaghari-Ratcliffe's press conference yesterday. I wonder if you think that she perhaps has a point when she says, look, if that £400 million payment had anything to do with my release, perhaps that payment could have been made sooner.
I'm not in any doubt that she has more than a point. There was a direct connection between the £400 million debt that we unquestionably owed the Iranians and Nazanin's detention. I hate the idea of hostage taking, but it's a reality so far as the Islamic Republic of Iran is concerned, and indeed it's if you like, an awful tradition which goes back before the formation of the Islamic Republic in 1979. So it's what they do, and the Iranians didn't obscure the connection. It was perfectly plain to anybody who talked to them that the two were completely connected. The British government kept suggesting that the two were completely separate, which everybody knew was nonsense. But the money should have been paid. Part of the there was a lot of nonsense inside the Cameron government, and then when Theresa May took over, and actually a bit when Boris Johnson did, where they were getting twisted and saying that, well, this was really a ransom. It wasn't remotely a ransom. It's money we owed them. There was no ransom at all.
Mr. Struff, if it was money that we owed them, presumably it could have been paid under the Labour government that preceded the Conservative one.
It could have been, indeed, and I wish it had been, and I wish that I'd been made more fully aware of this debt when I was British Foreign Secretary. I mean, the remarkable thing is that despite the fact I had very close connections with the Iranians in terms of diplomatic work and a good relationship with my opposite number, Kamal Karazi, I don't ever recall them raising this with me. And I think at that time, it was under negotiation between their Ministry of Defence and our Ministry of Defence. Now, I wish I had got hold of it, because I think I would have simply said, well, we should pay it. And in those days, there were no sanctions to get in the way.
Let's talk, Mr. Struff, if we can, about the situation in Ukraine, one I'm sure that you will be following very, very closely indeed. 4 weeks into this military conflict, what chances are there that there will not be another 4 weeks of conflict that follow?
I don't think that. I think the chances are low that this will come to an end in the next few days. I think that this is, as someone else has said now, a war of attrition in the Ukraine. And I'm afraid to say that many, many more people are now going to end up killed, injured, homeless as a result of Putin's unprovoked aggression. Just extraordinary in the third decade of the 21st century that a man should behave in this way and have the power to do so. But I'm afraid it's going to carry on. And the crucial thing is that the world should not get bored by this. There was always a tendency to think, oh, well, if something's just going to grind on and on and on, let's move on and have a look at something else. But it's crucial that we keep focused, and critically, it's crucial that our European partners, France and Germany, don't start going soft on Russia. There's a grave danger of that in Germany, where they've built up a business model which is heavily dependent upon Russian raw materials and Russian gas and oil. A crazy thing to do, many of us told them that, but until they shift away from that dependence, there are going to be pressures within their system to go soft. They shouldn't.
Sure. From your time, what was then the FCO, you I'm sure will be very well aware of the problems that there can be in getting prosecutions at, for example, the International Criminal Court and elsewhere. I mean, in your mind, is there any prospect of, absent a revolution in Moscow, is there any prospect of Vladimir Putin facing justice for what he's done?
No, I mean, not in terms of the International Criminal Court. I mean, I think it's important these crimes are investigated. But because of the structure of the treaty behind the International Criminal Court, and I don't believe that Russia is a state party to the ICC, it's going to be virtually impossible to get in there without Security Council saying so. And the Security Council won't do so because Russia has a veto on it.
Jack Straw, Great to have you on the programme this morning. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you.